Hello, yeah, that's a baby right there. That's right. Hello, brothers and sisters. I'm like, welcome to my basement. My basement, my common sense. That's what I keep it down and nitty gritty under the 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, I'm very fucking important. And I'm pointing to liberals, libertarians, people believe in God, people like to smoke, people like to drink, people like you watch out, people like DMT. People who just can't think outside the box. It's not really important, so listeners' discretion is advised. Since I talked about common sense and stuff, like not like everybody else, you don't really need to do a whole lot of research and a whole lot of stuff, because if you haven't dwelled in the realm of anecdotal evidence, you're wasting your time. It's like the media and everything else. If you don't know what an atom is, if you haven't done no research on what an atom is, it's pseudoscience to you, dog. Everything is pseudoscience. I had my friend, associate friend of mine, who basically tell me to talk to you guys about who's more selfish in bed. Now the thing is that I think I made a video about it. I don't remember, y'all. I don't remember. I made lots and tons of common sense video. He told me to revise it, and I think he told me that men are not selfish in bed. I said, okay, I'll just remake it again. I'll just make sure I make it more clear and more precise. But I have to talk under 10 minutes because that's who I am. I like to linger on sometimes. That's who I am. Everybody lingers on sometimes when they want to make a point, to branch off a little bit, to make an example, okay? All right, let's get on with the topic now here. When I'm thinking about sex, okay, when you're having sex, men are predominantly only selfish, okay, when they don't want to go a second round, okay? So I changed it. So if I did say men are mostly selfish, only when they don't want to go a second round, when the female wants more, okay? Because my wife is aggressive, and I don't want to do it. I told her the second round usually lasts longer, okay? And most men only last for 10 minutes. That's the selfish part. But if they can go a second round, then they're not selfish at all. Because romance is learned, okay? Like my wife didn't know what romance is, but she likes to be cuddled a lot. She likes to be sucked a lot, okay? So other than that, I'm a sucker for virgins, okay? So I don't really, not underage virgins, motherfuckers. Most people, when they hear the word virgins, they think about underage females. I'm talking about an of-age female, which they do exist, by the way. You just gotta do your research, okay? Of-age female. I don't give a fuck how old she is. I've encountered a 40-year-old virgin one time. Now, why the fuck is my camera doing this? Please understand this. There are some people and some females who, men are predominantly more likely to be a virgin all the way through their life. They're not virgins if they're constantly using their hands, but at least they have experience and they saw it too many times. But since I answered your question earlier, I'm just going off a little topic here today. Men are usually not selfish in bed. When it comes to a dyke or a butch, they're going to say a man is selfish. Because you know why? They didn't ask for a second round. So women are technically more selfish because they use romance as a form of, they want more and more of it because they're not attracted to the male. Remember I told you, this is going to link to that romance is an illusion, okay? Because if a woman is really attracted to you, again, she's not going to want romance. She just want that D. Okay? How do I know this? Because women told me this shit. They're going to want that D. Romance is fake. And black women don't usually want romance. It's usually white women who talk about that shit. It's women who learned about romance, okay? And when they get in the bed, they want the flowers because they're not attracted to you. So they become automatically selfish because they're not attracted to you. All right? So let's just get that clear out the way. So let's rephrase what I just said again. So I make sure we understand that romance is learned through a process. That means it's learned through a school, on TV, media. Because if in Africa, they don't know what romance is, baby. They don't know what romance is. They don't know what romance. Okay? They taught that shit. Somehow they're taught. Men are just wham bam thank you ma'ams and shit. They get a little roused and shit like that because they're around you. Men are immediate. Think about it. Men are highly attracted to just wanting to go for it. And there are females who just want to go for it too. And I've encountered a few females. Actually, I'm a sapiosexual, so I'm really not attracted to females who are aggressive. Isn't that something? I lost my virginity when I was 31 years old. But understand this. If a female come on to me real quick, real fast, and she get horny, I always tell her to hold on, slow down. There's guys like that who can talk to you about this, okay? And she's going to be selfish because she's focused not on the needs of me being attracted. I'm attracted to her. Men are naturally attracted to women, okay? But women are not naturally attracted to women. Okay, if I allow you in my house, okay, I'm gonna tell you straight up, I like stimulation, mean mental stimulation, not romantic stimulation, but it may seem the same, but it's not, because I was born this way. I'm not turned on just for, if I see a female short, I'm more attracted to darker skinned females who are short. But at the same time, I won't accept her if she's aggressive towards me. She gotta let me do things to her. And I may take my time because I'm still kind of in that shy mode, right? But I'm still alpha, right? But it's possible. I don't like aggressive sex. I don't like this going forward to. I like to tease a little bit. That to me is a form of romance. You tease. But if a woman wants, it's okay to have a little bit of romance here and there and now, but not too much. The petting, too much. Before you get to that mood, that's not necessary. Okay. So when I talk to my wife, okay, every female I talk to, they get aroused when they around me. Almost every female. I'm gonna tell you right now, because you know why? I don't try to protrude towards them to get the sex. I tease them a little bit. They automatically are going to be aroused by you. You could talk sexy. Now there are females out there who don't like you to talk that raunchy sex talk. It depends on where you go and what country you're going to, but please understand, if I say fucking pussy to a female who's in another country who have never heard of the word, she may think that's romantic, right? So if she learned about on the internet that's bad, what do you think is going to happen? Apples and oranges. She don't know. I said, let me see. I said, let me see your little Luna. I'll call her little pussy a little name, okay? You know what I'm saying? I'm not a pervert, motherfuckers. But so you say something that's disrespectful in a country, you go to another country, that's completely romantic to her. I like to massage before I hit, okay? I like to look. I don't like to look in the eyes. I don't like the looking in the eyes thing. That turns me off, okay? But I don't need that much to turn me on. The whole purpose of romance is you need a whole lot. That's what I mean in my past video, okay? Romance is not necessary, but if you do it too much, it's like too much petting is involved. That's what I really mean. Too much. There's an overabundance of it. If you need a whole lot of stimulation down there, she's not. My wife gets stimulated immediately, but she's separate from her pussy. She think like up here, but her pussy says something completely different, right? So if you're that smart, you can tell. I know that pussy be juicy as hell. If it's gonna be juicy, it ain't dry. It ain't dry. And stop. When I watch porn and say, y'all guys gotta stop spitting on that shit. I don't like that shit. That shit is nasty. It's better for dry sex. It's gonna get wet. Trust me, it's gonna get wet. And there ain't no pee involved, okay? This is some explicit shit. But understand this. I believe women are more selfish in bed because if they're using romance as a crutch just to get in the bed, they're more selfish, okay? If she's not just going towards it just like you know, she's being selfish. But a man usually is not selfish if I tell my wife all the time, hey, most men is going to last at least about 10 minutes. Especially if they're more like on the virgin side, they haven't had a whole lot of sex. Masturbation don't help either. You actually have to do an exercise just to keep yourself from pre-ejaculating. But I don't have pre-ejaculations no more. You may have pre-cum, but I'm telling you right now, if you don't masturbate enough, then you're going to come faster, okay? You're going to get blue balls, okay? And a lot of guys don't. After a while, they get tired of masturbating. But once they get the sex, they want to do it again after they restore their energy. Once the energy is restored, they will definitely last more than 10 minutes. Okay, all right? Now, we're going to see who the selfish ones are now, right? Now, as I said before, I know I said it, though. To have too much romance is to be selfish. To not want to go second round is also to be selfish. It's like a man just want to bust a nut and he don't want to go a second round. I tell my wife, I say, hey, we're going to try it again, okay? Because when I first got in my woman's vagina, okay, she don't have a job, and she was a fucking virgin, I said, hey, we went again and again, at least 3 times, for at least about an hour. That's because she wasn't getting on my nerve and stuff like that. But other than that, you get on my nerve, I'm not a sexual person. I tell women all the time, I'm like 50-50, depends on your mental psychosis. And that's not a form of romance. That's the type of person I am. I haven't learned it, I just been born like that. But now females, they tend to learn what romance is. The petting and kissing is okay a little bit, but not too much. Okay, I've been around females who said they naturally get wet around me. I don't have that type of problem. Okay, they gotta get a chance to know you. Peace and love to brothers and sisters. And what else is there to say about it? They gotta be naturally attracted to you. This is a problem for y'all guys. Selfishness don't come into the role when both people are completely attracted to one another. All right, let's just erase that. Selfishness don't exist if 2 people are naturally attracted to one another. Do you understand? So let me see, what other tidbits can I say about who's selfish more? We already know that if women are more narcissists than men, by fact and by far, please don't try to let me prove that to you. Then you should already know that women are going to be more selfish. They're going to be more planning and more cunning. They're going to try to take you to court when they don't get their way. Da 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 yada da da. Talking should turn them on because they're already attracted to you. Okay, beating them over the head can be attractive too. But if a woman don't want to go for neither beating over the head, talking down to, disrespect, there's a lot of women out there who love those bad boys. Think about it like that. These guys are not ugly dudes, okay? Bad boys are attractive motherfuckers. They're beta alphas, okay? All right. I used to be a beta alpha, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I never hit no used pussy in my fucking life. I tell you that right now. I'm lying, okay? Some people say, you're lying, you had pussy before. You think so? You think so? Thank you very much for the compliment, motherfucker. I'd rather be embarrassed and say I got a fucking 31. Lost my virginity. Okay, thank you very much. Some guy on the court, see, he was only 19, said, I'm gonna keep my virginity. I said, oh, what? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? He was working out. He said, he's only 19, he's working out. He was like kind of the same size as me, working out. He was a little bigger than me too. I was like, oh shit, okay. And he I give him my praise for saying that shit. I said, y'all keep your virginity, man. You don't want to stick your fucking pecker in the used vagina. It's far worse than a man who's used. The only thing a woman got to worry about if a woman is a man that got an STD. That's it. Because that actually helps him out. That actually makes him go longer, okay? The more sex a man has, the longer he lasts. Don't you know that type of shit, right? Now, if he has less left, he's not going to last that long. Just use common sense. Men can't be as selfish because they want to keep doing it too. That's another thing too. Men want the more sex. They're more the animal. So let's say 10 minutes go by. He said, oh, wait, I will wait for the other one. Most of the time, if your pussy's that good, he's going to want it again. So that makes him not. The stimulation comes from downstairs, not up here. You have to separate that, compartmentalize. Some women use their sex as a weapon, and that's a selfish bitch right there. Any female who uses her sex as a motherfucking weapon is a truly selfish bitch. And a liar, too. So you got to be careful with that shit. So how can you determine? You can make a video on that shit. Make a video on that shit if you want. I don't have that type of problem because I don't like sex. My sex is like 50-50. And even if a female's attractive, I gotta like play a little tease game. She gotta respond well, okay? I gotta read what she's doing. That's kind of like romance, but I don't need a lot of it. I don't need a lot of it, dog. It's like 1 or 2 minutes. Now, y'all can make a video about how fast a woman orgasm all you want, but every female is fucking different. Now, if a big schlong is like a super attractive, gorilla-looking motherfucker, like have a big dick, and he ain't gonna make every female come. He's not gonna be able to do that because they might be painful to them. Because I heard stories where guys are really big and the female's real small, and they didn't like that shit, so they never come. There you go, duh. Okay, so you gotta match. You haven't experienced all that shit. You gotta talk to more people. Y'all guys don't like to talk to women and their sexual sides. I do. I told you before, do not compare yourself to me. Don't do it. Okay? Some guy asked me, I said, make a video. I said, I did, and here it is. Who's more selfish in bed? And I made myself very clear with some other little tidbits. From my experiences, females come really fast. If they're attracted to you, one, they don't really like to talk too much. Okay? Unless they tell you in advance what they like. When you talk to dykes, now this is off the subject a little, I digress here. Dykes tell me they like to be lit. They like to be stimulated. Some females they don't come through fucking penetration, dog. So you gotta shut the fuck up. They don't come through penetration. They gotta be licked a lot. That's why some females have their different spots up their ass sometimes. And some female told me some shit like, I narrow every female down in one condensed sits. And I tell you right now, some females say they can only nut up their ass. And I'm like, because the shit is near their ass. It's formed down there somewhere. You gotta look for it. You gotta look. There's a lot of complexities. It depends on what country you go to. What research are you doing? Okay, if you haven't been going, I just used plastic in the past. Okay, y'all guys gotta use a real dick, and you can tell that that's a whole story in it, on its own. But that's all I wanted to say, you brothers. This is like. Now I'm just making videos of people. Y'all gonna start having to fucking charge me. Y'all gonna have to start paying me, man. Okay, I'm just doing this shit for free for right now, but I got other shit I'm just storing in my head. Somebody told me don't put your recipes on the motherfucking internet if they're creative enough. I said, okay, I'm gonna put a patent on that motherfucker. like church's chicken and some shit, but I'm gonna make my shit completely different. I might as well start me a motherfucking restaurant. I might as well start me a fucking clinic, helping people with their sex problems and shit, like Miss Ruth. Yeah, I know who Miss Ruth is. I should look her up. She's pretty. She was like, hey, I think she's Irish or British. I think she is. Yeah, Miss Ruth, Dr. Ruth. Look up Dr. Ruth. I'm a Mr. Ruth, goddammit. Okay, because my experiences. I'm not gonna get too technical with it. I'm like, this is how you do it. You do it like this, and then you do it. No Kama Sutra here. Kama Sutra works for Indian people, not for all people. Okay, you can have one position, and that will be your permanent position for life. Your body will be frozen with the right dick, the right lick, okay, the right smack, the right medication, holistic, vapor rub, ice. There's all sorts of crazy shit. You know, Q-tips in the fucking ear gives me goosebumps. What do you think that means? That shit feels super good. Actually, it feels a little better than sex because I get goosebumps all over my body. It feels completely different from having sex. That's the Q-tip in your ear type trick I keep telling people about. That's a healing thing. Sex heals you too. You can feel it down there. It's only in the bottom section. And in the bottom and the top. But when you stick a Q-tip in your ear, goosebumps go all over your body. But that's all I want to say right now, you guys. You learned something here. You can make your own video about it, whatever. But I'm gonna start cutting my videos. Once this shit get like fucking 500, I'm going on. I'm paid. This is done. I'm done giving all the advice. We can do streams. You're gonna pay me for my services because I'm getting people from Bangladesh and shit like that. I'm trying to find ways that they can hook up a bank account in America so people can talk to me and have classes of 6 at a time. Okay, they pay me once a month, and I'll be fine with that. Okay, and I have to get to. I have a class full of 30. Okay, I talk to too many people, and they ain't paying nothing. They ain't paying me nothing right now. And I'm about to go to another country soon, okay? Because people don't think that there's no more virgins out there, but there are. They exist. It took me 3 days to get my female's love hole. La Luna. Okay, I called her La Luna. Okay, wink, wink. But other than that, peace and love to you, brothers and sisters. Have a light and dog watching my page. And yeah, I love the animals more than human beings, but I don't fuck the animals. Okay, like desperate simps out there. Okay, that's a simp. You're gonna have sex with an animal instead of a human. You can't even use your hand. What's wrong? What's wrong, man? I heard about that story. You can make a video about that shit if you want. Men and animals, sex. Okay, and my video probably get banned for that shit. So gotta be careful how you title it. Okay, but other than that, I'm gonna get on out here. My wife is about to pay me some money because I told her already, you piss me off, you're gonna be paying me and you ain't getting no sex. Okay? And that's why she's mad. So you follow my instructions because I'm a controller. I'll be like, you will get good sex. Okay? Trust me, if you listen exactly to what the fuck I said, that's a form of my fucking romance. And somebody asked me a little while ago, I said, you know, a woman said in this post, I said, a man who basically can't handle a mentally ill woman is a selfish man. I'm like, I'm mentally ill with the mentally ill females. I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind? Am I selfish? I should make a video on that too. Okay? It's a lot of videos, lots of things to talk about rather than just sex and women and shit and cars and guns and shit that most men like to do and shit as their hobbies. You see, most of the fucking shit that's on the internet is mainly children and fucking men. Okay? They make the most money on here. And it's the women in second place, okay? But other than that, I don't think it's the women in second place. I think it's the children advertisements and a lot more men. Like PewDiePie, he's the guy, right? So he's like, you automatically know. Is there a female who's really popular on the YouTube? I'm just running my mouth now, right now. Peace.